and he's here to talk about the Harvest Festival that's going to be going on this weekend. Thanks for coming on, man.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
You guys are awesome. Thank you for doing this. This is a wonderful community service, and
appreciate that.
Yeah, great show. Great
Appreciate
show.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys have the, and I talked about this earlier in our intro, you guys were #1 in the Harvest Festival in the nation for a while.
For 4 days.
For 4 days.
We were #1.
And then now, you and 2's not a bad spot to be in the U.S., right? To have the #2 Harvest Festival
in the country.
In the country. That is amazing, man. That's, what an accomplishment.
That is.
Congratulations.
It is kind of cool. Thank you, thank you. It's a vote that was put on by USA Today, and people from all over the country voted, and thank God they voted for us, because we were up against some very hard hitters. We started at number 22, ended at #2. The Harvest Festival that took #1, their attendance levels exceed 400,000 people, and it's hard to compete with something that big.
Yeah.
But we did, and we were #1 for 4 days.
Wow.
So, it was cool. And we've been doing the Harvest Festival since 1972.
Okay.
It is our tradition here in Santa Fe, and something that I look forward to. It's my favorite event at Las Golondrinas. I was talking to my mom, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to come out," and all of her family and friends, they've been coming out since 1972. It's a fun event.
So what would I expect? I get in my car, I park, I get out, and what do I expect when I go to Rancho de las Golondrinas for the folks that have not been there?
Well, we're a living history museum.
Okay.
We opened up in 1972, like I said. Our period of interpretation is from 1710 up into statehood. So we have 32 buildings on 200 acres that represent that timeline.
Okay.
So our Harvest Festival is representative of territorial New Mexico and also Spanish colonial New Mexico.
Okay.
We bring in the harvest. We've been growing crops there for 310 years. A lot of our produce we give to the food depot and the food bank, but kids can take a ride, kids and adults can take a ride in a mule-drawn wagon throughout the property. You can eat chili, watch it being roasted in the horno, make a tortilla on the comal, watch the wonderful Archuleta family make ristras and learn how to make a ristra.
Wow.
You can try your hand at archery and see how much fun that is. And kids get to, if you remember the old Lucille ball, they get to climb up in this big leather tarp thing that's full of grapes and smash grapes with their feet.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the traditional process of making wine, and that's really fun. Kids can also make a Christmas ornament, a tin chili. They can also make a harvest wreath, and there'll be a lot of arts and crafts going on. We're teaming up once again with the Espanola Center for Fiber Arts, the Espanola Fiber Arts Center.
Okay.
And they, in conjunction with a lot of traditional Spanish colonial artists, will have 33 fiber arts artists and Spanish colonial artists, straw applique, retablos, tinsmiths, and so there'll be a lot of traditional arts and crafts.
So will these be available for purchase?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And the Espanola Fiber Arts Center, what they do, just like our weaving group, they raise sheep, where they raise churro sheep. They shear the sheep, card the wool, dye the wool, and everything traditionally done by hand, and they create wonderful works of art.
Wow.
And Patricia Tucker is in charge of our weaving program, and completely volunteer driven, and they do a fantastic job.
Yeah, just real funny, in my mind when you were talking about the Espanola fiber arts, I was thinking of fiber optics.
Oh.
I was like, oh, how's that playing out?
That's
But
close.
then when you started talking about wool, I was like, oh, okay, now I'm in the right frame of mind.
And you know,
That's
it's
great.
really magical when the dye shed will be open up this weekend. And like indigo, we grow indigo on the property. And you look at the wool in the dye bath with indigo, and it's kind of ugly and yellowish looking. But when they pull the wool up and oxygen starts permeating the wool, it becomes bluer and bluer and bluer as the oxygen hits the wool. And just that and several other dyeing methods just make that whole dyeing process so magical, because
Yeah.
it's such an art.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's
And
really cool.
So you're going to be booming this week with activities as far as anybody that goes out there. There's going to be a lot of things.
Oh
to do.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Our burros will be at the sorghum mill. They will be processing sorghum, and we
Sorghum, what's that?
sorghum is a traditional crop that's grown all over the planet, and the seeds are actually quite nutritious. You can buy sorghum flour at Whole Foods and pay a lot of money for it, but ironically, in the United States, they use sorghum flour and sorghum seeds as animal feed.
Oh wow.
But it's very nutritious. And the juice, it's in the same family as sugarcane.
Okay.
So we process and extract the juice, and then we slowly boil the water content off the juice. And it's kind of like a pancakey type syrup, and it's delicious. And in the 1800s, it was a wonderful sweet treat you could enjoy in New Mexico.
Wow.
So our ancestors enjoyed sorghum molasses.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And you'll be able to purchase that as well?
That you won't.
Okay.
That you won't.
What about sample?
You can sample.
Okay.
And you can also sample. We'll be crushing apples to extract the juice and have
Okay.
cider. And you could sample the cider and see how exactly we do that with our little cider mill, which is really fun. We'll have blacksmithing, archery, like I said. On Sunday, we'll have a traditional mass and procession. Father Bryant, who is a Franciscan friar, will be conducting the procession. The procession starts at the Auditorio at our Sierra village, which overlooks Las Golondrinas in the fields. So the Bulto of San Isidro is up there, ensuring that we're going to have a wonderful harvest. And then now, this time of year, we have a procession where we take the Bulto of San Isidro down, very long, beautiful procession, to bless the fields, bless the animals, and eventually have a mass at near the Golondrinas Placita.
What time does that start at?
On Sunday, that starts at 10.
Okay.
And if you're attending the mass, just say, hey, I'm here for mass, come a little early before 10, and you get in for free.
Okay.
We won't charge anyone for mass, of course.
Yes.
And kids 12 and under are always free.
12 and under free for this event.
Yes.
That's
yes.
awesome. That's
It
great.
is, it is.
Awesome, Joe. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate it. This is awesome. This is happening this weekend. Starts on Saturday at what time? At 10?
Yeah, this Saturday and Sunday, October 3rd and 4th,
Okay.
from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And after Mass on Sunday, we'll have the Mariachinas dancing.
Okay.
And that's quite fun also.
Awesome.
It's New Mexico true.
Yeah, man, it sounds great. And you were saying the colors are changing out there already, the
It's
leaves
beautiful.
and stuff. It's a beautiful time. October is my favorite time here in New Mexico. I think it's the most perfect month
Yeah.
to actually showcase. I mean, all the months are obviously, but
Yeah.
October is my favorite.
It's my
as a
favorite
New
too.
Mexican.
Yeah.
I think it's the best time to showcase it to anybody that's coming and visiting here for the first time.
Exactly.
So it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe, for everything. Thank you for coming. I know you're real busy trying to. You have a lot of places to go. You're on like the media run right now as far as getting all the information out to
It's
folks
fun,
out there.
yeah.
So thanks again. I appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Awesome, man. No problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
See you this weekend.
Yeah. No, I will. I'll look for you definitely.
Cool. Thank you.
Joe Maes, awesome guy. Rancho de los Golondrinas. Make your way out there.